Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. Hope you guys have all got exciting plans for the weekend that don't all revolve around football. But yeah, I'm Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. Yes, Bitcoin on the 4-hour, we were talking about yesterday whilst we were under, whilst price action was basically under this, new support level, under the support level, so it was operating as a resistance level, that realistically we were looking to come down to test either the top of the downward sloping trend line or the actual next level of support, which is the midpoint of this wider range that we are potentially operating in, and that's basically what happened. We have come down. We are testing this support level, a pretty firm test. This is the weekend, so you guys, I'll just repeat it again. You guys know I kind of look just for sideways or reversion to the mean, but basically what that does mean, we could very easily get a move. We could get a move back up to this just under 38k and then come back down, or we could get the move down to the 33,000s and then back up. But I do suspect by the time CME's open on Monday and then traditional markets open, that we will probably find ourselves around about the same $36,000 level, ready to make some decisions in basically next week. So yeah, but at the moment, obviously, the trend is your friend, but realistically, the trend is sideways within this wider range. So basically, bouncing between these levels is realistically the name of the game. So when we break below, just target the next level. When we break and hold above, target the level above. So yeah, relatively simple stuff. But yeah, as you can see, we were saying it was going to be difficult for Bitcoin to break over 42. We were just looking at us moving within the range, and yeah, we didn't do that. Obviously, a lot of people got a bit excited thinking we're going to, and they are getting their hopes and dreams dashed on the rocks currently as we speak. But nonetheless, for the bulls, a good case is just sideways consolidating here. Like I said, as a bull myself, I want crypto to do well. All I'm really concerned with is that we try and stay away from $30,000, and we too don't break $30,000. So just currently, the fact we are in the top half of this wider range, I think that is good. Obviously, if we lose this, we definitely want to be holding 33,000, which we could very likely do relative to this low here before moving back up. But at present, it is not looking too bad. Obviously, we're at the midpoint, but to the downside though, obviously this is off the back of a move down, and the trend is your friend. So we could obviously come and test lower than here, but very likely we could get supported and keep trading this mid range, this upper half of this range, before ultimately maybe trying to take out that 42k potentially when the DXY decides it wants to behave. Ethereum, Bitcoin, like I said, this can potentially put in a low here. It is trying. If it does, then obviously, I mean, we're just gonna have to start adjusting lines. But nonetheless, the horizontal, as you can see here, is of importance. Getting it back above the next horizontals and moving onwards and upwards would be the target. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this is short-term low now, basically around the 0.06, would be a level of continuation down. And realistically, this high here, just above here, so 0.065, would potentially give us continuation to the upside. The USD pairing at the bottom, near the bottom, basically of this range, this wider range here. So this is an important level for it to get supported at. If Bitcoin is to continue down, we would have to hope that the Ethereum BTC chart does rally, and i.e. this then hold this level, because if we do lose this level, things will be looking pretty dire for the Ethereum USD pairing. So the Ethereum dollar pairing has been hit pretty hard, so it does have every chance, if Bitcoin does trend lower, to basically move on upwards, and the dollar pairing not move below that level. But obviously it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. The Bitcoin dominance, potentially putting in a top here. I mean, realistically, this level, we've got this level drawn in here, but also this level, so we could probably put this. We could probably put ourselves a nice little range down here. A nice little range of basically the level that we let's use the shift trick, the level that we want to break, to basically continue downwards basically. So if I can just get the rectangle on as well. So yeah, basically if we break this level here, that could see price action in this continuing down, and altcoins having a bit more fun again, a bit more fun than they're having at the moment. But yeah, realistically we want to break this, but we could very easily get supported here, turn back up, take out this horizontal, and then start gunning for this downward sloping trend line. So again, I would say we just got to wait to see how this plays out. I think next week could be quite important. If we do look at stocks as well, there you go. Stocks got whacked. Yeah, I mean, we drew the wedge in, and it kind of looks like we did a very textbook swing failure, bump and run above, trying to break out to the top side, failed, and then failed, tried to bounce and then failed. Yeah, you can see that. Where does this stop? Where did this stop? Who knows? But obviously it closed pretty weak, and for the week. And yeah, I mean, realistically, a break of an ascending wedge gives you a target of basically the hit down here basically. So we have got lower targets. I'm not saying that they will be met, but obviously if the Fed is going to harp on about increasing rates, that is going to absolutely tank everything. And yeah, so we got that's why they're not going to do it. But yeah, that is but the threat of it is clearly spooking markets a bit. And the DXY, here we go, the DXY, like we said, expect more upside into this next zone that we drew in. This is a zone where, like I said, we pretty much need to get resisted here. If we don't, we are in all likelihood gonna head into the 94s if we take out this level. So yes. Yeah, we've got to keep an eye. I mean, I say that meets the 94s. I mean, basically we've got this next range where we can get obviously rejected from, a lot of price action in here. But yeah, obviously that being the upper end of the target, so anywhere up into 94s would be the next level. And then obviously if we take that out, we'll have to look for new targets. But I do suspect we can get resisted in this level that we drew in. I do suspect we may get a little bit of price action above, but I think we are going to come back down, sort of get supported here, trade sideways potentially in this range, and then lose this and come back down. That is my guess. That is my best guess, but we shall see, because if the Fed does start to actually convince markets that they need to panic because they're going to potentially raise rates in 18 months to 2 years time, by like 0.25%, then markets are going to get spooked by that sort of thing. Then hey, yeah, just this is what will happen basically. This will keep going up, and markets will tank, and then ultimately the Fed will reverse course and start to basically say that no, we're not increasing rates ever again, or for 10 years, or for something crazy like that. But yeah, we shall see what happens there. Let's look at those stochastics. Are they going to help us hold this next level? That's what we need to know. 4 hour, very deep here, very deep. As you can see, not been this low for a while. So yeah, obviously it is going to be difficult for it to come much lower. But yes, if this can turn up, this can obviously help us hold the level we're at now, which is kind of what we need to do. Has 10 hour come down low enough to potentially start to turn back up? Yeah, it is coming pretty deep. So if that 4 hour does feed through, hold us around this support level, 10 hour can turn up and give us a bit of support as well. At that point, it would eventually feed through to 12 hour. Maybe we've got a bit of a trend line, so we come and test a little bit lower and then turn back up, and then that can potentially support us. Not happened yet, but it could do. Yeah, daily down, but 2 day up. And then 3 day turning down at the moment, but obviously from a low level. So it's ultimately has got the potential to go on a run. It's just a case of where is Bitcoin price wise at that time. So in all fairness, we have stochastics wise got a good chance of holding this level. Remember, markets meander around, and we have had a nice move down, so expect some sort of a bounce, even if it is only to the midpoint, to around 38,000. We get rejected, come down, and then take out this mid level. That you could expect that, but obviously we'd have to play level by level. If we did that, got up to 38, and then we closed above 39, and again we're targeting the top again, and then maybe coming back down, and we just price action oscillate and meander around in this level. So that is it really. Remember, weekend shenanigans, so who realistically knows what is going to happen. We don't have any direction from traditional markets, which may or may not be a bad thing. We've obviously them been a bit weak the past couple of days, so there we go. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.